Hi, I'm Catharyn Baird and pleased to be with you to talk again about some of the questions that I get asked around how one figures out how to function in community. How do we become ethical? How do we behave in a way that will both support the community and our own sense of what is correct? One of the ways that we do this is by taking a look at our own individual value systems as they intersect with community value systems. We have sets of behaviors that we have to engage in. They're often called pro-social behaviors: being kind, being compassionate, being gentle, being honest, those kind of behaviors that will build community. But you and I have had the opportunity to be in communities where those behaviors are not part of the fabric of the community, where people are not kind, where they are exclusionary, where they say mean things to people, where in the moment people are disrespectful and treat women and minorities badly. So what do we do? Well, first of all, one has to be pretty clear about what one stands for. What is it that's important to you? How important is it for you that financial honesty happen in an organization? How important is it to you that people be treated with respect? And as we think about that, we can begin to rehearse in our minds situations where we have encountered, where we have seen that, and we can begin to think about, well, what would I do in that situation? Because what we know is if we haven't thought about it ahead of time, if we haven't rehearsed it a moment or two, when we get faced with those moments, we will not know what to do. One of the things that happened in the civil rights movement that really informed my thinking about ethics was that before we had the Rosa Parks standing up in the bus, the NAACP had practiced, had role played what they were going to do in the face of injustice. And we're seeing that this particular week when I'm doing this taping in Charlotte, as churches are holding trainings on what you do when you're faced with someone coming and perhaps taking an American citizen based on the color of their skin as opposed to anything else. So as we think about how we want to behave, we think about what's important, we move with other people in order to figure out strategies, and then we have equipped ourselves to stand up in the moment. Now, there are moments when speaking up is not appropriate. There are moments when being quiet and then taking action later is appropriate. And that wisdom is something that comes with practice. It comes with watching our elders. And it comes with really thinking about, when do I want to use my political capital? When do I want to use the goodwill, the respect of others that has been built up over my career, over my work with this organization in order to hold them accountable? And is there and are there ways that I can do that gently, quietly, appropriately, and still live into the best of who I am and support the organization, the community becoming the best that they are? Thank you.